This episode of The Simpsons is one that I really like because it's one of the few times where we get to see Grandpa Simpson, Abe Simpson, interacting a lot with one of his grandchildren. This, of course, is Bart. And this episode is the 22nd episode of the 7th season. I can't say for certain that this is the longest Simpsons title, but it definitely feels like it. It's called Raging Abe Simpson and His Grumbling Grandson in the Curse of the Flying Hellfish. The Flying Hellfish. It's actually a really interesting concept. These are the members of a World War II platoon. And it's revealed that one of the members has died, leaving just Abe and Mr. Burns. And there's this, I don't want to go into too much detail and spoil it, but there is something that they keep in a secret location. And I have to say, I love where it is stored. I love how they access it. I thought it was pretty fabulous to watch. And there's something there that's potentially worth a lot of money, and they decided together that the last one of the platoon to live, or the last one to die, I guess, will get to keep it. So when they're all dead, whoever is remaining can get this. And obviously Mr. Burns wants this, and he wants it now. And what ensues is Abe Simpson trying to stop Mr. Burns from getting this and using Bart's help. And there are actually some pretty difficult scenes to watch towards the end of it. I won't say exactly what, but with Bart and what Bart does for his grandfather, it's actually quite challenging to watch, for the right reasons. It's very emotional, and I actually found it to be really beautifully done, and a lot of fun in the right places, and sentimental where it needed to be. It's a very well balanced episode. It feels very different. It feels quite different to most Simpsons episodes. It feels a lot darker and a lot grittier. I feel like there's this sense of urgency. Spending a lot of time with Grandpa showed him in a different light as well. It's not the only time we get to see him in different scenarios, but it gave him more context and more substance, and I loved seeing him interact with Bart, and that relationship there I thought was really beautiful. The actual thing that's hidden, I kind of enjoyed the story around that and how they came about it and what it means, and who the rightful owner potentially is. All of that I found very fascinating. So it is quite light-hearted in some ways, but ultimately I think it's one of the most moving, heightened, most anxiety-inducing, actually. It is very intense. Definitely a real emotional roller coaster of an episode. Raging Abe Simpson is definitely one that I enjoy. It'll never be a personal favourite, but in terms of the quality of the narrative, how it is structured, how the narrative is delivered, the emotions that come with it, and the certain character developments and relationships, it really does tick every single box.